In this WeBWorK video, I'm going to give a quick overview of how WeBWorK works from an instructor's perspective. So I've logged in already to the WeBWorK TA Training course here, and you can see there's 2 homework assignments. Let's take a look at what a homework assignment looks like from a student perspective, and that is by using this short little menu up here above the instructor tools. So when you click on homework sets, you get the list of all homework sets that the students, or that you can see as a student. And I click on homework 1, and you can see here are the problems that have been added to that homework set. I can click on the problems individually, and this is where a student would begin working on their homework. So a student wouldn't see this line up here. This line tells WeBWorK where the file is that generates this homework problem. So WeBWorK works on PG files. That means problem generating files, and the reason they're called problem generating files is because they often include the ability to randomly generate numbers. So this 2, for example, or this 2 might be randomly chosen integers for this problem, so other students would see different numbers. So let's go and see where this file is actually hiding, so you'll know where to look when you want to add your own PG files. So down in the file manager under instructor tools, you'll be able to see all the files that you have access to under this course. So just some important ones. Local is where the WeBWorK system places PG files when you've saved them from elsewhere, and I'll show you what I mean about saving them from elsewhere in another video. The other files found in this folder are they're not directly important for what we're discussing here. I may say something about them later in another video about importing and exporting homework problems or homework sets from WeBWorK. So let's look into the local directory and see what's there. So the problem that we were looking at just a moment ago was found in this local/library, and if you click on the pull down, you can see there's local and then subdirectory library, and then it was UMN calculus, and here is where that problem generating file for that problem lives. So I can double click on this, and that gives me the text of the file. So all of these lines that start with a # are commented, and WeBWorK actually uses that for its search feature on the Open Library, but otherwise those are not used by WeBWorK for processing while students are working on them. So the file actually starts with the document command and loading a bunch of Perl macros, and then begins the text of the problem. This is a command that tells you whether students will find out which answers they got correct or partially correct when they submit, but before they have run out of attempts. So here you define some variables and the answer to the problem, and then the text of the problem actually begins with a begin text, and you can see this is written in mostly LaTeX. Please find f prime of a for the function f of x, and now a is that random variable chosen from this set of integers here. So the coefficient will be anywhere from -5 to 5 for any particular student. And then the answer box is created by typing in, well, this is just the text around it, and then the answer box itself is generated by this command here, answer rule 40. And then you end the text, and then lower down you need an answer field, and then the end of document. So that's the basic structure of a PG file. And when a student first opens their homework set, these files for them are all read, and any random numbers are set in stone for them for the rest of their homework set as they work on it. So that's the file manager, and that's where you would look if you're looking to edit PG files. So when you have a homework set, let's look at the homework sets editor. You can see here all the information about a homework set. All of this information doesn't exist in files. Only the PG files are stored as files. This information, for example, about homework 1, there's 3 problems in it, there's 9 people to which it's been assigned, it's not yet visible to the students, and these are the open and due and available answers available dates. So let's look at what the edit problems page looks like. You can see here we can modify, for the entire class, we can modify the due date and the open date and the available answers available date, change the visibility here. You can include a description and then even a header which appears on the side of the page when students open up the assignment. And then the problems appear down here. So here is where each problem is located. So I can put in a different PG file path here if I know it offhand, and that will change what appears as the first problem. You can also use these over here to move problems up and down, changing the order. The weight, each of these problems is worth 1 point, and students have an unlimited number of attempts. I usually do not use unlimited. I always use 10 unless it's a multiple choice or some other finite combinatorial number of options of answers. And I generally use 1/10 of the total number of combinations, just so students have a little bit of a chance to screw up and fix their mistakes, but not enough that they can just run through answers. And this is where you would add new problems to the set, change the order, and change the due dates and so on for everybody. And so that is a general overview of some of the important places to look while we're working on learning some of the skills you'll need to figure out how to run WeBWorK.